Hello and welcome. This is slow, calm B1 English for a quiet evening. Tonight, you'll hear two gentle stories about long train journeys. Then we'll review 10 phrases, practice quietly, and take one slower final pass. Listen for 6 of them, to look out the window, the rhythm of the train, and a quiet train car. To watch the fields go past, to doze off, and to arrive slowly. If a word goes past you, let it go. Another one will come. You can practice the phrases in Recursio another day. The link is in the description. For now, just listen. It is 6:15 in the morning. It is late October, and it is still dark. Anna is standing on platform 4 with a small bag and a paper cup of coffee. The station is almost empty. A man is sweeping. A pigeon is walking under the benches very slowly, as if it has all day. An announcement over the speaker begins with something about platform 2. Then it stops in the middle, and it doesn't come back. Anna checks her ticket, although she already knows the number of her seat. Seat 41. Window, facing forward. The train comes in so quietly that Anna almost doesn't notice it. Anna gets on and finds her seat by the window. It is a quiet train car. There are 6 other people in it, and none of them are talking. One man is asleep already, with his coat over his knees. A woman is reading something on her phone with the sound off. Anna puts her bag on the empty seat beside her. She takes out a book, and she puts the book on the little table. She will not read it today. She knows this already, and it doesn't matter. The train starts to move. First, the city goes past. Gray buildings, a road, a bridge over a river that looks pale in the early light. Then the buildings get smaller, and there is more sky between them. And then the city is gone, and there are fields. Anna looks out the window. This is the whole plan for today. To look out the window for 4 hours. She has a long journey ahead of her, 4 hours west to a small town beside a wide river. There is no faster train, and she is glad about that. She watches the fields go past. Green fields, yellow fields, a field with nothing in it but a tractor and a lot of birds. A line of trees, a small white house with a red roof, and then it's gone. She watches the fields go past, and she doesn't think about very much. Her phone is in her bag. She left it there on purpose. For the first hour, part of her still wants to reach for it. Then the feeling slowly fades, and she forgets the bag is there. After a while, she notices the sound. The rhythm of the train. 2 beats, then a pause. 2 beats, then a pause. It is very regular, and after 10 minutes, Anna stops noticing it as a noise. It becomes part of the space around her, something steady that she can sit inside. The rhythm of the train is the reason she takes the slow one. At home, there is always something to do next. Here, there is nothing to do but sit. A man comes through with a small cart. Coffee, tea, water, cookies. Nobody buys anything. He pushes the cart onto the next car. The coffee gets cold in its paper cup. She drinks it anyway. The man with the coat over his knees shifts in his seat and goes on sleeping. Somewhere behind her, somebody opens a sandwich, trying not to make much noise. At 8:30, the light changes. The sun comes over the trees on the right side of the train, and everything turns warm for a few minutes. Anna closes her eyes and lets it fall on her face. When she opens them again, there is a river beside the track. It is not a big river. In some places it is only a line of bright water between 2 fields. The river stays with the train for a long time, and then it turns away. By 10 o'clock, the woman with the phone has put it away and is looking out her own window. Everybody in the car is doing the same thing now, and nobody planned it. Somewhere in between the river and the last green field, Anna dozes off. It is only a light sleep, and the rhythm of the train stays at the edge of it. When she opens her eyes, she has lost track of the hours. A quiet voice says that the next station is Linden. The next station is hers. Anna closes the book she never opened and puts it in her bag. The train arrives slowly. First, there are a few roofs, then a clock tower, then the wide river beside the track. Nothing important has happened. It is the best morning she has had in a month. Now, slowly, the 10 phrases. A quiet train car. A train car is one part of a train where the seats are. A quiet one has few people and low voices. I found a quiet train car and sat by the window. To look out the window, to turn your eyes to the window and watch what is outside. I looked out the window for an hour. To watch the fields go past. The fields don't move, of course. The train moves. But in English, we often say they go past. I watched the fields go past and drank my coffee. The rhythm of the train. The regular sound and movement of the train on the track. I like the rhythm of the train. It makes me feel calm. Nothing to do but sit. The only thing you can do is sit. We usually say it with there is or there was. There was nothing to do but wait. For 6 hours, there was nothing to do but sit. To doze off. To fall asleep lightly, often without planning to, and usually for a short time. I dozed off after lunch and woke up an hour later. To lose track of the hours. To stop knowing what time it is. In everyday English, we usually say lose track of time. This episode uses of the hours as a more descriptive version for the long journey. I lost track of the hours somewhere after the second station. The next station. The station where the train will stop next. The next station is a big one. We stopped there for 10 minutes. Somewhere in between. Not at the start and not at the end. In the middle, without an exact place. Somewhere in between, I stopped checking the time. To arrive slowly. To come into a place little by little, without hurrying. This is a descriptive phrase for a train, a boat, or even an evening that seems to arrive gradually. The train arrives slowly, and you see the town before you reach it. Now a different journey on another day. It is 1 o'clock in the afternoon. Leo's train left the city an hour ago. He is traveling north to the lake town where he grew up. His father will meet him at the station. They have not seen each other since spring. Leo takes his lunch out of his bag: bread, cheese, and 2 apples. He eats slowly, looking out the window between bites. As he eats, he notices that the land outside has changed since the train left the city. There are more trees now, and the fields are smaller. The houses are made of wood instead of stone. The city feels like one world, and the lake feels like another. Somewhere in between, the view changed, and nobody announced it. Across the aisle, a boy is drawing something in a notebook. He holds it away from himself to look at it. His mother is asleep with her hand still on his arm. After the apples, Leo leans his head against the window. The glass is cool. The rhythm of the train is still there, under everything. 2 beats, then a pause. He doesn't decide to sleep. He just dozes off. It is the light kind of sleep people sometimes have on a train, where part of the mind keeps listening. He hears a door. He hears somebody laugh 2 rows back. A voice over the speaker says the name of a town, and he doesn't catch it. A few minutes later, he opens his eyes. For the next few hours, he reads a little, watches the trees, and sometimes closes his eyes again. When he looks up again, the light is orange. He has lost track of the hours completely. His watch says 10 to 5, and that number means nothing to him for a moment. The train slows down. There is a station. A small one, with 2 benches and a man waiting with a bicycle. The train stops there for 6 minutes. 2 or 3 people step down onto the platform just to stand in the fresh air. One of them lifts his arms over his head and turns his face to the sun. An old couple gets on with 1 suitcase between them and sits down without saying anything to each other. 3 people take their bags and leave. The old couple stays. The doors close and the train starts again, and the man with the bicycle is gone. An announcement over the speaker says, "The next station is Velen." The next station is his. Leo sits up a little, but he doesn't get his bag yet. There is still half an hour, and he wants all of it. The daylight is fading now. Everything outside looks softer than it did an hour ago. The fields have long shadows lying across them. Now there is water on the left side of the train. The lake, long and flat, and the color of the sky, which is turning pink. He watches it go past between the trees. Water, trees, water, trees. The train arrives slowly. First, there is a road beside the track, then 2 houses, then a football field with the lights on. Then, the backs of the buildings, and the town shows itself, piece by piece, before the train reaches the station. This is why he likes to arrive slowly. On a faster journey, one place can seem to change into another all at once. On this train, Leo has watched the fields and the trees slowly turn into the town he remembers. People are standing up now, taking bags down, putting on coats. The old couple is already at the door with their one suitcase. Leo stays in his seat until the last minute, watching the town come closer. The platform slides into view. The train stops. Leo takes his bag and steps outside. The air outside is cooler than the air in the city, and it smells like water and cut wood. The station has one lamp and a schedule behind glass. The train goes on north without him, and the sound of it gets smaller for a long time. Near the lamp, his father is waiting in a gray coat. Leo lifts one hand. His father lifts his hand too. 5 hours and 20 minutes. Nothing to do but sit. As they walk away from the station, Leo feels as if the city is much farther away than it felt when he boarded. Now a few quiet questions. Try them in your mind, or just listen if you feel sleepy. How would you say that a train car has very few people and low voices? A quiet train car. How would you say that you fell asleep for a short time sitting up? To doze off. I dozed off. How would you say that you stopped knowing what time it was? To lose track of the hours. The station where the train will stop next. How would you say that in English? The next station. The train comes into the town little by little, without hurrying. It arrives slowly. There is nothing else you can do. You can only sit. How would you say that? Nothing to do but sit. Not at the start, not at the end. In the middle with no exact place. Somewhere in between. And the fields outside, moving from one side of the window to the other. You watch the fields go past. And the sound of the train on the track. 2 beats and a pause. The rhythm of the train. And when you turn your eyes to the glass and watch what is outside. You look out the window. One more time now, more slowly. Nothing to learn here. Just listen. It is early. The station is almost empty. You are on the early train. Your bag is on the seat beside you. There is a book on the table, and you are not going to read it. It is a quiet train car, and your seat is by the window. There is nothing to do but sit. You look out the window. The city goes past. Then the fields. You watch the fields go past. A line of trees. A small white house with a red roof. Under everything, the rhythm of the train. Two beats, then a pause. Two beats, then a pause. The sun comes over the trees and falls on your face for a few minutes. Somewhere in between, you stop checking the time. After lunch, you doze off. You lose track of the hours. When you open your eyes, the light is orange. There is a lake on the left side of the train. Water, trees, water, trees. A voice announces the name of the next station. And the train arrives slowly. A road, two houses, the backs of the buildings. The town, piece by piece, before you reach it. A long journey. Nothing to do but sit. The 10 phrases. One last time. A quiet train car. To look out the window. To watch the fields go past. The rhythm of the train. Nothing to do but sit. To doze off. To lose track of the hours. The next station. Somewhere in between. To arrive slowly. That's all for tonight. Thank you for listening. If you'd like to practice these phrases when you're awake, the link is below. Sleep well, or have a good evening, wherever you are.